Good evening. I'd like to call to order tonight's January 21st meeting of the Hammond Capital Improvement Board. Would you please rise and join with me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We get a roll call, please.
Moore, Muta,
Here.
Prieto,
Here.
Rakos,
Here.
Salinas,
Here.
Warple,
Here.
Button.
Here. Let the record reflect that there are 6 present, all in chambers, and 1 absent. Next item on the agenda, you should have received in your packet a copy of the meeting minutes for, the last meeting, which is December 2nd, 2024. The chair would entertain a motion for approval.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Moved by Commissioner Prieto, seconded by Councilman Salinas to approve the meeting minutes of December 2nd. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Moore, Muta,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Rakos,
Yes.
Salinas,
Yes.
Warple,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6 in favor and 1 absent. And thank you for preparing these awesome minutes. Next item on the agenda is a report on the work study session. Immediately prior to this meeting, we had a brief discussion on actions for tonight's meeting with no decisions being made. Any other comments on the work study session? Next item on the agenda is item 6, funding. I don't believe we have a report this evening. Item 7 is matters from mayor, council, and other departments. Anyone from those entities wishing to address the Capital Improvement Board? Seeing none, item 8 is old business. Is there any old business to discuss? No. Item 9 is new business. Item 9A is funding allocation number 226, Robertsdale siren relocation in the amount of $9,700. Chair would entertain a motion to approve.
So move. Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Muta, seconded by Councilman Salinas. Is there any discussion? So the existing siren is currently placed next to the existing Fire Station 2. Fire Station 2 is being, a new station is being constructed and soon to be moved into by the fire department, and then Fire Station 2, the existing station, will be demolished. During the course of that demolition, we'll need to relocate the existing emergency siren to the new Station 2. We had a price from a company to relocate the siren, similar to the relocation that was performed last year at City Hall. The price is quite a bit less because we have less electrical work to be done in this case. I have nothing further. If there's any other discussion? Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Moore, Muta,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Rakos,
Yes.
Salinas,
Yes.
Warple,
Yes.
Button.
Motion carries 6 in favor and 1 absent. Next item on the agenda is funding allocation, item B, funding allocation number 227, 165th and State Line improvements with Gary Up Construction in the amount of $252,500.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Councilman Warple, seconded by Commissioner Prieto. Is there any discussion? So the Board of Public Works and Safety in December opened bids. Gary Up was the low, responsive, and responsible bidder in the amount of $252,500. This price came in below the engineer's estimate. This was a rebid of a previously bid project where the prices were above the engineer's estimate significantly. So certain items were changed in order to see if we could reflect better unit prices, and we did. This is an intersection that is split between the 3rd and 4th District. And if you're eastbound on River Oaks Drive in Illinois and come to the intersection, it makes a kink in the road, making it difficult for people to maneuver through that. In some cases, there's a history of accidents at this location on eastbound traffic departing the roadway. The improvements help to improve warnings for motorists and rumble strips as the car starts to depart the roadway in order to take a corrective action.
That's that one that gets hit all the time.
Yes, sir. There's a guardrail up and concrete blocks behind it. This should improve all of that.
Did we ever we straightened out that light pole, didn't we, last year?
Right pole got, well, it'd be the traffic signal, sorry. The traffic signal pole was replaced at that intersection. Yes, sir. Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Moore, Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Rakos,
Yes.
Salinas,
Yes.
Warple,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6 in favor and 1 absent. Next item on the agenda is item 9C, funding allocation 228, Clark Field Storm Sewer redesign with Nice Engineering in the amount of $17,700. Chair would entertain a motion to approve.
moved.
Thank you, Councilman Werpel. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Muda. Is there any discussion? The storm sewer is designed by the original designer, placed a storm sewer on private property in 2 locations, and this has to be moved to the easement, and so it requires some nominal engineering by Nice Engineering. Later, we will be reviewing change orders. Much later, we'll be reviewing change orders for the project. But this helps to put the pipe in the right location. At some point in the future, we will be implementing action against the original designer to recover our lost costs.
Good. Good enough.
Is there any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Moore, Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yep.
Rakos,
Yes.
Salinas,
Yes.
Warple,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6 in favor and 1 absent. Next item on the agenda is item 9D, funding allocation 229, downtown Hammond Kiss and Ride designed by Lockmuller Group in the amount of $480,250. Chair would entertain a motion to approve.
Make that motion.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved by Councilman Rakos, seconded by Councilman Salinas for the subject project. Is there any discussion? In 2022, the city of Hammond, well, actually it would have been 2023 because, but essentially the city was approved for funding through NERC and Federal Highway and NDOT to pay for the construction of a new eastern approach to the future downtown Hammond station. And so this pays for that design. As presented to NERC, the project was going to be 100% funded, the design 100% funded locally, which was our past practice. I will let the board know that cities decided that future designs will be funded 80-20. Our request to NERC, they'll be funded, design will be funded 80-20 by Federal Highway, which sort of changes the way we do things. You won't see that happening here. But what happens is, what generally happens at the NERC level is we have consultants help us make application to NERC, and they do all the background work, all the legwork for us. And generally in exchange, we select them to do the design. When the design is funded 80-20 by the federal government, 80%, then we have to go to competitive selection, which does happen from time to time, which soon is happening with the observation for Homan Avenue Phase 2. So you'll see that project coming soon, where a consultant is competitively selected through the NDOT process. So So in this case, we're funding design 100% using local funds, as was contemplated under the original application to NERC. That's what this amount is. And this funds preparation of the NEPA document, preparation of the survey, the road design, all the work that's required to do the project through the federal system. It's a $2.4 million construction, and this is commensurate with that level of effort. Chair would entertain any more discussion. Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Moore, Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Rakos.
Yes.
Salinas,
Yes.
Warple,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6 in favor and 1 absent. Is there any other new business? Councilman Werpel.
I think I missed it when you said, I don't know if it matters. Just a question. I've gotten a couple of calls about striping on 169 southeastern going west.
Yes, sir.
That one lane has just an arrow turn south and the other lane has an arrow turn north. I haven't looked at it,
Yep.
but I was told by one resident it causes some confusion. Is that a problem?
It is, and so I have had a couple of calls on this. There's been a couple of Hammond 311 filed. And so I went back to this happened about 10 years ago, where the designer had replaced an existing sign. And I remember the project because I participated in the final walkthrough of the design. So the design, construction was all done prior to my arrival at the city. There's a sign east of Southeastern on 169th that says, the sign says that the left is a left turn only, the right-hand lane is a through right turn, and it was complained that the sign doesn't reflect what's on the road. And so last summer, Public Works painted a left turn arrow on the left, in the left lane. But that's confusing. So I've asked Public Works to remove the sign and to remove the left turn arrow so that it shows a through left and a through right. That will get corrected when Public Works can remove the left turn
I
arrow.
didn't think it was a big deal, but I got a couple of calls.
Yep, it's become an issue where left turners are continuing through because there's a left lane to be received by on the west side of Southeastern. So we're going to make it right.
Properly, is that the left turn lane only for left
Nope,
turns?
it's not for left turns only.
Straight through.
It was not striped that way up until the middle of last year. When a left turn arrow was added, I've asked for the left turn
That was
arrow to
done
be
with the-
removed and the sign to be
That
removed.
was done with community crossings, right?
Not that segment.
No.
East of there was brand new surface. The pavement markings at Southeastern 169th were not part of the community
It's
crossings
not
project.
wide enough there for like 3 lanes, right?
Excuse me?
It's not wide enough there for a left turning lane, a straight lane, and a right, right? It's not wide enough there for that.
It is wide enough for a left turn lane. It's not marked or signaled like that.
Oh.
We can't accommodate a left turn signal there.
I might have been rude, but I said, what's the big deal?
The big deal is there's a conflict in what the sign says versus what's on the pavement markings and how drivers are behaving. We're going to correct that.
Hey, you know what?
But that is maintenance. It's not part of the capital improvement
No.
board. That's maintenance.
They can just go out there with the white spray paint, do a straight arrow on whatever.
Do it like
lane they
Kramer
like.
did. Seinfeld.
They could.
Open your car door and just take a road.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I've done it.
Any other new business? Okay, last item is public expression. If there's anyone in the audience wishing to address the capital improvement board? Anyone in the audience? Anyone in the audience? Anyone online? Seeing none, Chair would suggest that the next meeting of the Hammond Capital Improvement Board is scheduled for February 3rd, that's a Monday. And if there's no other business, Chair would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Muta, seconded by Councilman Salinas to adjourn. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed. We are adjourned.